Well, good morning. We are heading out. We had a good run at it yesterday. We finished an 80-acre field. And our moisture is finally down. So not quite as low as we'd like it, which is always the case, but we're down to that 25%, 26%. So it's going through the dryer a lot quicker, and we're able to cover some acres.
Good morning. I get to ride combine again. See how today goes here. Arch will get back in the combine, but for right now I'm in it. We're doing some plots this morning, and that is why I am in the combine.
Yesterday we were going that corn that we were doing, tested 19 that first load. Every load after that was in that 21 to 23, so very happy with that. We're pumping it through the dryer pretty good, but didn't take long, and these bins are full. So moving into that bin, that's our last bin. The yield is decent, not a record year by any stretch, but I will not complain. It'll still do. So we are moving. Those two bins back there had soybeans in it. We've got them down to where we just got to green back them, but I needed to get that bin empty, move it without having to move that grain without having to move a wheel. So works out pretty good. And as soon as that bin is empty, my other dry bin's gonna be full. So Daryl's busy doing test plots right now. Terry has moved up to the last half section of an hydrocene that we have to do. We're waiting on a floater to put some S15 down, but as long as if we can get a start today, we shouldn't have a problem finishing tomorrow, unless we have a problem. So corn's going good, hydrocene is going good, and yeah, I say all that, it's going good now. This morning at about 2:30 in the morning, my top burner kicked on me, and I couldn't figure out why. I could get it going, and then it'd kick out every 15 minutes. It did that. I fought with it till 3:45, and finally I said, screw it, I need sleep. So I thought maybe in the morning it'll work better. So I had to do a few things to it, or I did a few things to it, tried a few things, and then it worked. I don't know what got it going, I really don't. But it's running now, so I don't like solving problems that way. I like to know that what I did that made the problem go away. So I hope it doesn't happen again tonight, because that would suck. But nonetheless, we're going. Today is a beautiful day. I will say it in Celsius because I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but we are in that plus 15 to plus 20 degrees Celsius, which is very warm for us at this time of the year. It's Thursday, November the 2nd, and we're hoping, no, that's not right. It's Wednesday, November the 2nd, and we're still hoping, if all goes well, in hydrocene, combining corn, everything, field work will all be done by the weekend. But I need that dryer to run, and I need that sun to come out, so hopefully, here's for hoping.
Okay, so we are at the field. Corn is doing good. We've been very happy with this field. Moisture's coming in at probably like 23 is what the loads have been coming, which is good. And we're ready. I'm going to introduce you here to Jordan. Jordan, you are with, what's the company you're with again?
Tonai Consulting out of St. Pierre, Manitoba.
Perfect. So you're gonna ride, Jordan's gonna ride along with me and the combine, and we've got, I believe it's 12 strips, right?
Yeah.
12 strips that we're gonna do, and we'll describe what the trial is in more detail, or I'll get Jordan to do that when we get going. This is the second year we've done this trial on our farm, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, we'll talk about that more as we get going, but we are at the field. Okay, so we're driving in the combine and getting a good visit in here with Jordan today, and thought you guys might be a little interested in some of the work they're doing over there at Tonag. So some of the questions that I've asked him to talk about are, A, what's the trial we're doing here, and maybe what are some of the other trials he's been doing, and I guess maybe more importantly who he works for and how that all correlates. So I'm going to pass this over to Jordan here now and let him explain some of that.
All right, so today we're, as Daryl mentioned, we're harvesting corn. We have a seeding rate trial here, so 3 different seeding rates, looking at, in this particular case, 29, 32, and 35,000 seeds per acre, low, medium, and high. And we have the same trial replicated across 7 sites this year in southern Manitoba. We've been seeing some pretty tremendous yields with corn this year, and we're seeing some interesting results, very similar to the last couple of years with the corn trials. Our lower seeding rates seem to be doing as well, and in some cases better than our higher seeding rates. This year, obviously, we had a lot more rain and moisture stress than because we were too wet versus the last couple of years we ran this trial. So we try to aim for a 3-year period for any research trial, just to capture as much different weather and climate across the 3-year period, just to see if we can get the same results year after year. As Daryl mentioned, this trial is funded by Manitoba Crop Alliance. They also do field scale replicated trials with sunflowers, flax, wheat, barley, and what am I missing right now? I think that's the ones. We also work, the Manitoba Pulse and soybean growers also do research trials in the same manner with soybeans, peas, and edible beans. And this year the Manitoba Canola Growers Association jumped on board and are now doing field scale trials in canola. So lots of exciting things that we're looking at. Nitrogen, not just seeding rates, but nitrogen rates, inoculants on soybeans and peas, and some modus on barley, as well as malt barley trials. So it's a lot of fun working with different farms across Manitoba, and we're going to have a meeting in December to go over the results with everybody.
Okay, so we've been horsing around in the cab here for 2 hours and did our 12 strips, half a mile each. And okay, so Jordan, when we were going, you in the previous plots, you said you've been getting some where the low seeding rate was higher.
That's right.
And some where the high seeding rate was higher.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario for us, you came in, you're saying that I would have no difference, or was there going to be a worst case scenario?
Not a worst case, but
no?
I kind of assumed based on last year's data that our low seeding rate would be the best.
Okay.
Just because we were able to establish pretty close to what we shot for back when we seeded this trial.
Okay.
So yeah, the results, I don't know if you want to show that. 29,154.9 and 32,154.2, and 35,000 target seeding rate was 155.6. So obviously for when you look at the economics of this, there's not going to be a statistical difference in yield, so that tells you that the low seeding rate, or 29,000, was the one that we needed here to make the most money at just under 155 bushels an acre.
So Jordan left us. He had some more stuff to do. Plots were done. So I've actually enjoyed working together with those guys over at Tonag in the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. We've done a number of different trials ourselves, like some of the ones that he was talking about. The ones we've done are, this is our second year doing a population in corn. We did 2 years of population in soybeans, and we did 1 year where we did inoculant and seed treatment, actually both in soybeans. So it's been interesting going through some of those different those factors and learning some of the old practices that we've been doing are working, and some of them we can tweak. Some of them we're simply spending too much money. It's not that we can't make more, but net result isn't necessarily where we want to be. So, well, Arch is here, Peter's here, and we are back at it full bore. So I thought Peter would want to run the cart, but he doesn't. He wants to go trucking. So Arch is in the combine and I'm pulling the buggy around.
Late in the afternoon, we've got our soybean bins cleaned out. I got that one bin emptied, and our big bin is right full. So I'm gonna set up another Mennonite leg to empty that bin into that bin. And while we were moving the last bit, one of the representatives from Backco was down, and we've been having some issues with our Backco conveyor. We bought it new this spring, and we were having some problems. Our belts kept on blowing, and things were getting hot, and we couldn't figure out why, losing capacity. So we told him, we called Little Morton, told him about it. They contacted Backco, and they showed up with a brand new one. Good deal, eh? Well, they couldn't get a belt because Nowadays, there are no parts. Everything is, it's hard to get anything pretty much. At least that's how it is around here. And the belt got blown on here. The belt that dries, not the actual conveyor belt. It went, and they can't get them. It's a weird belt apparently. So anyway, he showed up with this one. This is a 1549. It's a U-Trough beltivator. It looks awesome. They said that it should do roughly 12,000 bushels an hour, and we're gonna give it a try. So he's left this with us to use until we can get that one back and running. A few things that are different are the belt is a different pattern, and it helps for it helps in canola to keep it from bunching up underneath and feeding and flow and everything. He explained it a lot better than I did. But yeah, different kind of belt. It's again a U-Trough, so it's not round. It's supposed to be able to move more grain. The controls are a little bit different by here. A little bit different, nothing too serious. We're gonna give that backhoe a try and see how long it takes to empty that 6,400 bushel bin. If they're right, I should be able to do it in half an hour. The problem is, I'm not convinced my 13-inch auger can do it that fast. Okay. While this truck is emptying, I got one hopper left there. I'm gonna get that all set up. So when I'm around in the yard for a while, I can watch it go. Right now that bin is cooling. I dropped it hot. We're dropping the corn right around 70 degrees Celsius. I let it steep in the bin for a bit. That helps dry it down even quicker. I've had the fan on there for a while, so it gets pretty messy around our dryer area. We try to stay on top of it, but it's hard. It's just messy. But this is all the water that is poured out of the bin. Water pours out of the bottom, goes up the top, steam, and different ways of drying it, making our dryer more efficient. So. Let's see how long this takes. I got a 6,400 bushel bin. It's right full. Watch says 912. I'm thinking my limiting factor is going to be my 13-inch auger, but I am curious to see how fast this thing does shovel the grain. So let's see how this goes. My 13-inch auger going as fast as I can go. Well, maybe a little bit faster. But it's pretty much, that tailgate is pretty much open wide open, and I'm already back logging. This conveyor comes with a nice little light package. I happen to be doing this in the night, so that actually works out pretty good. But I am not loading this thing down at all. I've just about got this bin empty, and it's been half an hour at 6,400 bushels. But my limiting factor, like I said, my limiting factor is my 13-inch auger. So that's how you move grain quickly if you don't have a leg. There you go. this truck out and that bin will just about be full. Now this bin is empty, that bin's half full, so now I'm good to go for the whole night. I should be able to go the whole night without having to move any grain, as long as my dryer runs. You should be good. That's a wrap for today. We had a minor breakdown on our header. You guys are just heading out just to get it going. But it just put enough of a damper on the evening that we decided we weren't going to finish that field. We have about 24 acres left, about 2.5 hours, 2 hours. So we'll finish that tomorrow. But I got a bit of drying ahead, so I'll drive through the night. Yeah, corn is just about done and it's been a good haul, so